Long ago, there was a hitman named Jack. He was known for his precision and efficiency and had never failed a job. But one day, he was given a target that would change his life forever. The target was a businessman named Robert. But as Jack began to research his target, he realized that all of his previous victims were connected to Robert in some way. Jack began to dig deeper and deeper, and soon realized that there was a sinister conspiracy at play. Robert was the leader of a powerful criminal organization, and all of Jack's previous victims were either members or associates of the organization. Jack knew that he had to uncover the truth before becoming the next target. He contacted an old friend who worked in the police department for help. Together, they began to gather evidence and gather information about the organization. They soon realized that the organization was involved in illegal activities such as drug trafficking, money laundering, and even murder. As they got closer to the truth, Jack's friend was killed by the organization, and Jack knew that he had to act fast. He decided to infiltrate the organization, posing as a new member. Jack continued to work his way up the ranks of the organization, gathering evidence and information about their illegal activities. He had become one of their top enforcers, earning the trust and respect of the organization's leaders. But little did they know, Jack's true intention was to bring them all to justice. As Jack delved deeper into the inner workings of the organization, he began to uncover a web of corruption and deceit that stretched far beyond what he had initially imagined. He discovered that the organization had ties to high-ranking government officials and powerful business leaders. They were involved in illegal activities not only within the country but also internationally. But just as Jack was getting ready to make his move, he was discovered. The organization's leaders had become suspicious of his true identity and motives. They set a trap for him, and he was captured and thrown into a secret prison. Jack was tortured for information, but he refused to give up. He knew that if he talked, it would not only mean his death, but also the failure of his mission. He managed to escape from the prison with the help of an unlikely ally, one of the organization's top enforcers, who had grown tired of the corruption and wanted to help bring them all to justice. Together, they gathered more evidence and information, and finally had enough to take down the entire organization. However, just as they were about to make the final move and make the arrest, Jack's ally was killed in a surprise attack. Jack was devastated by the loss of his friend, but knew he had to continue with the mission. He contacted the police and they made a major bust, arresting all the key members of the organization, including Robert. During the trial, it was revealed that Robert had not only been involved in the organization's illegal activities, but also had been responsible for the death of Jack's family. Jack's family had been eyewitnesses to one of the organization's illegal activities, and Robert had ordered their murders to silence them. Jack finally found closure and justice for the loss of his family. The trial made headlines, and the public was shocked to learn about the extent of the organization's corruption and the involvement of high-ranking government officials and powerful business leaders. The trial also brought to light the issue of corruption in the government and the need for reforms. The organization's illegal activities were exposed, and many of their victims received compensation. Jack, who had been hailed as a hero for his role in taking down the organization, decided to use the money he had earned from his previous jobs to help those affected by the organization's criminal activities. He started a foundation to provide education and job training to the children of the organization's victims. He also used his experience and contacts to help other victims of corruption and injustice. But the story doesn't end there. After the trial and the dismantling of the organization, Jack decided to leave the city and start a new life. He bought a small cabin in the woods, far from civilization. He wanted to leave his past behind and live a simple life. He spent his days fishing, hiking, and reading. He found solace in nature and the peacefulness of the woods. But the quiet life didn't last long. One day, Jack received a visit from a mysterious woman. She told him that she was a member of a secret organization that was working to fight corruption and injustice in the government. She told him that they had been following his work and they believed he was the perfect candidate to join their team. Jack was hesitant at first. He had just left that life behind and wanted to live a peaceful life. But after hearing more about the organization and their mission, he couldn't resist the opportunity to make a real difference in the world. He joined the organization and became a key member of their team. With the new organization, Jack continued to fight against corruption and injustice. He used his skills and experience to gather evidence and information and to help bring corrupt officials and powerful business leaders to justice. He also helped to expose illegal activities and to bring about positive change in the society. Years passed and Jack had become a legend, known as the Shadow Hunter for his ability to uncover the truth and bring corrupt individuals to justice. He had become a true hero in the eyes of the people and had made a real difference in the world. But even with all his success, Jack never forgot his past. He continued to visit his cabin in the woods to find peace and solace in nature. He also continued to work on his foundation, helping to provide education and job training to the children of the organization's victims. In the end, Jack had found a new purpose in life and had become a true hero. He had brought about positive change in the world and had helped to make it a better place for future generations. The end.